You're deserving blocked by the coast coast. It's your boy Shadow Ghost. Keep your hands up, keep your chin tucked, and I hope everybody is having a blessed day today. And I'm gonna hurry up and get right into it. This weekend, we have another great weekend of boxing. Fulton versus Roman, and of course, ferocious Kambosos versus the Dream Devin Haney for the undisputed lightweight titles. And if you haven't heard, it's been already, a lot of outlets are reporting it already, but if you haven't heard, Bill Haney is going to Australia. Bill Haney has been accepted to go to Australia, and I'm going to tell you why I'm happy with that. Number one, that's his father. Kambosos' father is there. Devin's father, I feel like, deserves to be there. But first and foremost, most importantly, hopefully, y'all can stop with the damn excuses. Because I'm tired of the excuses, man. And I'm going to touch on something today that I usually don't touch on. The reason why I don't touch on it is because sometimes when you complain about something, nothing's gonna change. It's like you're going to the same job every day, you don't like it, but it puts food on the table, and things happen every day that you don't like, and you're like, man, shit, if I complain, ain't nothing gonna change. But it gets to a point where you get so aggravated, you feel like you need to let it out, and that's what I'm doing today. Because one thing that I cannot stand is a victimhood mentality. All I see is people having a victimhood mentality. When something doesn't go right, when something doesn't go their way, they automatically, instead of just trying to figure out how to go around it or how to figure out the problem or how to go through it or deal with it, they automatically, oh, they're holding us back. Oh, they're racist. Oh, it's a conspiracy. The government is against me. It sounds weak. It sounds real weak. I see so many people making an excuse for Devin and the fight hasn't even started. They're making excuses for if he loses, they're planting that seed already. And to me, that tells me that you're not confident in Devin. If you're confident in Devin and you think Devin has the skills to beat Kambosos, then like you should be like, hey, you know what? It is what it is, but he's going to outshine him in every category. And you know what the crazy part is? The crazy part is Devin is handling it like a G, because when they ask him, hey, how do you feel about being in Australia? How do you feel about the rematch clause? How do you feel about your father not being there? He's like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. They're trying to do everything that they can to stack the odds, but I know I'm going to beat them, and I'm going to beat the respect out of them. So he's handling it okay, but the people that are supporting him are making excuses and having a victimhood mentality. They're over here complaining as if Devin got robbed already. Now, if Devin beats Kambosos 10-2 and they give it to Kambosos, you'll be surprised. A lot of people are going to be like, hey, man, that boy got robbed or whatever, man. But y'all making all these excuses, it makes it look weak, man. Like when Wilder lost and he made all those excuses, it made the situation worse. When Teo lost and Teo said he thought he won 10-2, or his father said he thought he won 10-2, it made the situation worse. He didn't take the loss, and people called that out. I'm hearing people say, oh, well, yeah, look, Canelo can move however he wants to move. Yeah, and so did Floyd. When Money Mayweather was the face of boxing or whatever, everybody that fought him was B-side, and he controlled everything. So that's what happens when you're a draw and you're the star, or you have most of the belts, or you're undisputed. That's just how it is. Don't act like what's happening to Devin is just, they just changed everything now. Don't make it seem like the Australian government didn't have a law that was in place, and now you're making it seem like the government and the boxing sanctioning bodies are all against Devin and Bill, and they're trying to do whatever they can to stop Devin from winning. It's called being the B-side. So many fighters have fight the champion's hometown, take a rematch clause, take less money. It comes with the territory when you're trying to get to where you want to get in life. It has nothing to do with people are holding you back. People are trying to come up with this conspiracy so that you can't win. It's just, you're the B-side. That's it. Look at it like that. Until we see any proof of something, why y'all even making excuses? Why y'all not confident in Devin? I don't understand. And it looks real funny when you stand up there and you say, oh, this channel is a non-biased channel. Ain't no bias over here. And then you watch the live and they literally are telling you that they're picking every fighter based off where they're from and what they look like. And that's fine or whatever, but don't say that you're not biased when you clearly are. It's weak. Victimhood mentality is weak, man. And it's actually, it looks bad because it doesn't just affect one person. It affects others because others see that and they actually think that a lot of people are like that when it's just a certain selected people that have that mentality. And let's not act like racism only goes to one race. Racism happens against Latinos. Racism happens against Arabics, Chinese, Asian people. Black people, do you know how that sounds, that you're trying to say that the Australian government is in cahoots with the boxing sanctioning bodies to try to stop Devin from winning a title, from being undisputed? Bro, when you say that and Devin's not saying that, it just looks weak to me. As far as what I feel like is going to happen this weekend in my predictions, I feel like Stephen Fulton is going to beat Roman. He's on the tail end of his career. Stephen Fulton is in his prime. As far as Kambosos and Haney, I'm going to say this. Kambosos is a great fighter, but I don't think he's at that place yet where I think that he's the top dog. Yes, he beat Tio, but I feel like he beat a compromised Tio. That's not Kambosos' fault. Kambosos was supposed to capitalize off that. Tio went in there. He wasn't 100%. His game plan, he wasn't even boxing. He was headhunting, and Kambosos capitalized. All respect to Kambosos. But I feel like if that was 100% Tio and he boxed, it might have went differently. But there's no excuses in that. It is what it is. That's Tio's fault. Tio has to be accountable for that, and his pops. I feel like Devin, if he's patient, he could win this fight off his jab and circling alone. Now, if he wins 10-2 and they give it to Kambosos, then I could see like, okay, now I see, okay, something was fishy going on, but it didn't even happen yet. I don't understand that. That tells me you're not confident in Devin's skills. If Devin could be patient, I got Devin beating Kambosos. If it's a close fight, Kambosos might get that nod because he's being in Australia. Either way, there's a rematch clause, right? If Devin wins. That's another thing. Devin's not complaining about the rematch clause. He's saying, hey, if I beat him once, I know I could beat him again. And I've already stated that I feel like if Devin Haney wins, Kambosos should not take the rematch, because if Devin beats you and you're in Australia, well, now his father's going to be there, but his father wasn't going to be there. But still, I feel like if Devin beats you this time, you're not going to beat Devin a second time, unless it's a razor-thin close fight. But when it all boils down to it, I just hope we have a great, undisputed fight. A great, good, competitive, action-packed fight. Let the better man win, and respect to the loser, man. No excuses. None of this victimhood mentality, man, because victimhood mentality makes you look weak. It does not make you look strong. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but if it happens, damn, bro, then figure out a better way to get out of your situation. Don't just blame it and give up, man. This is Shadow Ghost, and until next time, I'm out.